Afternoon, folks. I'm here at Warren Mill in Northumberland. Another beautiful day. I've been here for 4 days. Just getting used to the van and a bit of a tan. So really nice site. It was been busy the weekend. Lots of families in tents and motorhomes and VW vans behind me. Having a good time. Nothing major. Kids playing football in the middle of the field. And they were out till 11 o'clock last night and all went home. No trouble, everybody enjoying themselves, people just pottering around, sitting outside. Nice couple next door from Jedburgh. They're regulars in the area and they were just sitting outside having a couple of beers, drinking all day, but they weren't drunk or nothing. So the only thing that happened yesterday, which was a bit of a pain but didn't involve me, was I've got a water tap next to me and it went off, but the whole site went off. So it's off for about an hour. Somebody came along and opened up the taps just to clean them. Where's the camera? There it is. There it is. There you are. And managed to get them flushed out. And there's a guy and his wife from Newcastle area just pulled up next to me yesterday, and it was their first time. And I had to give him a hand with a few things because he didn't understand how the electrics work and that. He couldn't get his electrics to work. So yeah, it's all fun. Even after 4 days you get a lot of information that you can pass on to other people. So I'll show you what I'm doing now. I need to turn the camera off in order to get the camera to flip over. So here we go. So that's the view from the front of the cab. These seats swivel around, so that I normally leave them around all day. I'm just doing a bit cleaning up now, so one of the chores that you'll have is cleaning up, and that's the same when you're at home, unless you're a scruffy old and you don't clean up much. But yeah, it just needs doing. So what we use is straightforward, one of them. You can bring your own hoovers. You can get room in, plug them in, 12 volt type ones, but I just use a pan and brush on the floor, just briefly sweep out the floor and then chuck it out. If you're over cleanly, you can actually use likes of Dettol wipes or some multi-surface wipe cleaner. It's all a bit of a mess here because I've got my workstation here with all my bits on and a little bit of dirty plate washing to do, which I'll show you in a second. Just looking outside, that's the table that I use inside, and you can see there's the electric hookups, there's the washroom that I was in earlier, and that's the toilet block and the cleaning block, and also your rubbish. What a beautiful day, and the birds tweet away there. I used an app called Merlin to listen for the birds and identify them, and I've got a long list of birds that I've never even heard of before. Mostly Eurasian birds, whatever that means. I presume they're from Europe and North Africa. But having a cracking time. That's the new Caravan next door. Nice little van, brand new. You can see with a Caravan you've got to have a separate water inlet which you fill up, a water buttress they're called, and you fill that up at the local water point, and then you've got a separate waste tank for your grey water, which is your sink water and anything that you pour down the sink or the shower. But my van has tanks, so I can fill the tank up at any time with water, or I can use the waste disposal to drop what he's got in his from the waste tank. So yeah, that's the difference between a motorhome and a caravan. Obviously I've got a motor at the front. There we go. This is a few things I've just pulled out of the cupboards and underneath, and things that I have lying around. So I've got a mat that I want to just brush off, and there's a fitted rubber mat that goes into the shower area, Then we'll give the tabletop a wipe down. So, as I say, there's my dirty workstation. See, I've got the microwave and the oven as well. Got the skylight open. Plenty of flies coming in, but I'm not too bothered. They do seem to go out, and they're massive as well. They're like, not like a city fly, like these are proper cow dung beetle flies. They're massive. And when you're messing about and sorting things out, you need to keep things in one place and move them around. So bottles, water bottles, cushions, bags, dirty washing in that bag there, that's handy. I think they're only, well, they're £2.99 in Temu, and they just hang up on the side there, and I put all my dirty washing there. And then I haven't got enough for another wash. I might do it tomorrow, because I'm going down to Ullswater with an auntie of mine, because it's her birthday soon, and she's dead excited, so we'll treat her. And we'll show her how I do my washing. Bathroom, it's got a light on it. Let's put the light on. That's the bathroom. Storage up there. Shower. Cassette toilet. Swivels around so you can get your bum in. And I've just cleaned the floor. It does get dirty when you're going in with your shoes on, because you're trailing in a bit of grass and gravel and other bits and bobs. So just a little clean, that's all you need. Same with the sink. I don't use the sink very much. That's the Elsan organic toilet flush. So you put about a cupful into the toilet, and it actually keeps the toilet cassette where all the doodahs go in, keeps that clean. And also, I didn't realise it breaks down your poop, and so it just comes out very quickly and easily. I thought it would just be like my poop, but it isn't. It's all mush, and it all happens really quick, so you don't really notice it. So yeah, that's the bathroom, and we have a cupboard. All the cupboards are full. Bear in mind, I'm living here full time. I brought all my clothes. I've got bags, I've got things stuffed in. I've got a extra step, bits from the fridge which I couldn't fit in properly. I don't know what's going on, but we'll work it out. And then, as I said, I have got the microwave, which works, and that's brilliant. That, because I was doing some ready-made jacket potatoes from the freezer. And then a quick pan round that way. Double seated. The beds can be made up between these two. There's rungs, racks, whatever you call them, come out, and the cushions drop down, and you form a bed, and then you just put your duvet or whatever on top. Nice big fridge freezer. They are nice and cold. Need some more food shortly, but I won't do that till I get to Ullswater tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going to Penrith. Fridge, have a look at the temperature. Don't know if you can see that. It says 2.6, so that's fine. Now, I thought there was something wrong with the fridge, because I had it on the gas for 24 hours, and it said the temperature inside was 10 degrees centigrade, which is, in fact, it got to 12 degrees, which is basically room temperature. Should be roughly less than 6, shouldn't it, for a fridge? So that wasn't working. And the freezer was showing 3 degrees centigrade. So I had got some food. I had to chuck some of it away. I had to chuck a pizza away, which is probably a good thing. So I put it on the electric on the site, thinking I thought the gas would be more efficient, but I've had it on the electric and it works fine. So top tip, don't use your gas, which is obviously costing you money, and while you're on the site, just put it on the electric, and it seems to work. I even panicked and contacted a local motorhome repairer who's done a little bit of work for me already. They were going to have a look at it, but I don't think it needs looking at now. So I'll put that, it's a 3-way fridge, so it's gas, electric on the hookup and electric when you're driving. So if you're going anywhere, my best tip is if you can get to a supermarket, Aldi, Lidl's, Marks and Spencer's, whatever you want, Morrison's, Asda, all the rest of it, if you try and find somewhere that's close to where you're going. So our plan is we're going to go to Aldi in Penrith. It's just off the M6. Well, Penrith is just off the M6 as well, and it's literally just drive in, drive out, and carry on down towards Ullswater. So it doesn't need a lot of you need a bit of planning, but you can get all the stuff close by, and once you're hooked up, switch it on and it should be still cooled. The battery alternator that keeps it going while you're driving will keep it at a reasonable temperature, but it won't be ideal. You know, you need to get it on the hookup as soon as possible. Okay, so we'll stop there for now, and I'm going to show you something else in a moment. Right, back to the messy kitchen. I just wanted to say observations so far. What I do is I just have a cereal in the morning. I've got these multi-packs just to give a bit of variety. I'm not a real breakfast person, but ideal. Have them with the milk in the bowl, and obviously easy washing up, no cooking involved, and that gets you going. I've got this kettle which I've tried. It works. Doesn't take very long, couple of minutes if you want a quick cup of tea, but you are using the gas because this is on a gas. It does have a separate ring underneath all that rubbish for a hot plate, but if you want a quick cup of tea, then that's the option. I've got a normal kettle which would plug in here. Got 2 sockets here. I've got 2, 3, 5 sockets altogether. These are the most 2 convenient ones, and you can see here I've also got a standard, I think it's an 800 watt air fryer, a Tower one, which I just brought from home. You don't want to overload the circuit because you've only got so many amps on your hookup, so it might be something between 13 and 16 or 13 and 20 amps. But 13 amps, if you just imagine, that's 700 on a go. Or if you've got it working, and then you've got 700 to 800 watts on here, so that's 1,300. You've got ancillary stuff going on in the van. The electrics are doing their business. The fridge and freezer are doing theirs as well. And then things like if you put the pump on in the toilet, that's going to draw. So you don't want loads of things on the circuit at one time. So if you just try and coordinate your cooking so that you haven't got the microwave on at the same time as the fryer. But this just works absolutely fine. It did me 4 slices of bacon the other night, and I just got some buns from the local shop, delivered daily, which is further up the site. And that's all you need really, just to have a snack later on. I mean, I like bacon sandwiches at night time rather than during the day, but yeah, you could do chops in there, you know, your chickens and all the rest of it. All seems to work fine. It's not like it's on any funny electricity. It's just normal regular 240. So no issues. So yeah, I'll come back to you in a second. So just mentioned cooking and using gas. Very important that you have one of these, which is a smoke detector. It was already in the van, and just for peace of mind, I've changed the batteries for brand new ones because it's been sitting around for 12 months. It's been out 2 or 3 times in the 12 months, and you don't know what state they're in. So for the sake of a couple of batteries, get them changed, and you can test it by pressing the middle button. I did have a carbon monoxide tester up there, put the batteries in, it kept beeping, started to panic, thinking it was gas leaking everywhere, but it wasn't. It was broken, it was damaged. So I went and got a new one from B&Q, and I think this one was 20 quid. You can tell it's working because every minute one of the lights briefly flashes, and I'll confirm that does happen. And then you just leave that up there. I've yet to fix it because the holes are different to those ones. I've got what I need to do it, but I've just been leaving it for the moment on there, which is fine, but that's very important for safety. Very, very important. I've got one of these. You're not supposed to leave them like close to the oven like that. You want it more accessible, like so on there. And again, I'll hook that up at some point. It's a fire blanket. Amazon job. I think it's about £12–13, but you only buy one, and then if you ever need it, then that's the least of your worries. So that can go back in there. And I also have a fire extinguisher, just a portable one in there. Ring pull, and then that lets you access the fire extinguisher. I've checked that it's in date, so I'm not going to replace it, but it's worth doing if you want peace of mind. So that's it on there. Safety inside the van. You can see the site's clearing a bit from all the people over here. There was loads of camper vans here last night and tents and stuff. Obviously they're just families having a weekend away in the sunshine. This is your electric hook-up point. That's the neighbours. That's mine. See, it's got the pitch number on, 68. And then underneath is your trip switches. They're all up, which means they're live. If there was any issue, they would fling down, and they haven't. Okay, so that's they just stay closed. And then you've got your cable. Keep it unwrapped because of a little known law of energy in physics. If you don't, it overheats and it could cause a fire, and that goes securely into the van. It locks in place. Very simple. Bog standard what I call shore connectors, you know, for boats and things, but it's the same system in the motorhome. Keep your van ventilated during the day because it gets very hot because of the windows. They're all sort of like plasticky, and they're tinted. They will help prevent, but you need to keep them open to allow ventilation. You'll notice the black dots and the black rims around. You see them in cars, in the older cars, and they are to protect the seals from direct sunlight. Obviously seals and things, they perish over time, the rubber seals, and that's what they do, to stop it from perishing or give it more longevity. Okay,